What's up, everybody? D-Man back. Welcome to a brand new video, and today we're going to be doing actually the first Godzilla singular point breakdown. Yes, I've been so excited to do this. Look, guys, I am just insanely sorry that it took me incredibly long to get around to this. I know the trailer came out months ago. I truly am sorry. I wanted to do this video for that entire time. I was just way too busy with schoolwork, so now I finally get time to do it. And I know people hate it when I title my videos like this, but this is 29 things that you maybe missed from the Godzilla Singular Point trailer. There's a lot to run through here. I got links down below so you can go check out some of my references. Alright, let's jump into it. In the English trailer for Godzilla Singular Point, which isn't English dialogue or anything, there is no dialogue, it's simply just English text. The text reads, "Something stirs." Obviously referring to Godzilla or the kaiju in this story, probably stirs under the ocean. The next text reads, "Face down a hopeless future." The word future being red. The red goes on with the red motif of the mist. That kind of indicates to me that there might be some sort of, and I know this may sound like a stretch, but there might be some sort of time travel element involved in this film. The fact that the word future is all red, maybe it's just saying like the future is grim and so the word future is red. I could totally be reading into this way too much, but I'm not the only one who speculates that Godzilla Singular Point might be dealing with some sort of multi-dimensional or time travel component to it, and it's not like time travel is unheard of for the Godzilla franchise, so it could be entirely possible. We'll just have to wait and see. There is another English tagline for this movie that also references the future, saying, "I can't resist future overturn." What does that mean? I have no idea. Maybe it's saying like the point of kaiju taking over Earth, like we can't resist the point where we lose to the kaiju, or maybe it's saying we can't resist the point where the future comes back to the past and beats us up. I don't know. This is a new Godzilla continuity that is unrelated to the previous films, but pulls from historical characters. That's a direct quote, the term historical characters. Now we don't know if that means it's going to be actual real life historical figures or figures from the Godzilla franchise. Based on the character designs, it seems like the characters are designed after previous characters from the Godzilla franchise, meaning that they are sort of references to historical characters within the context of the franchise, but they aren't those characters. The plot centers around a young female genius, Mai, and a male engineer, Yun. They get involved in the fight against Godzilla after danger comes, quote, "up from the depths." Nice. Could be a little cool reference to the old Hanna-Barbera show. Now let's run through the actual trailer. The music kicks in and sounds very reminiscent of Akira Ifukube's music. The new composer Ken Sawada learned from his teacher Sei Ikino, who introduced him to his mentor. This is how Sawada learned from Akira Ifukube. Ikino worked on a soundtrack for a number of Showa Godzilla films, including the original Godzilla. So that means that the composer for this movie learned from two of the people who worked on the soundtrack for the original Godzilla, including its composer. The song sounds similar to Ifukube's Varan/Rodan theme towards the start, and also has the Planet X motif used in Invasion of Astro Monster with a bit of a twist. It's another Ifukube reoccurring theme that appears in a couple movies. The song is very energetic and has a strong Showa feel to it. The anime is done with a combination of 2D and 3D animation. The sets all look amazing and the characters look great. That's not something you may have missed, that's just something of note. Godzilla is covered in red mist when he appears. It's hard to get a sense of where he is. He has fangs like the original Godzilla, and his atomic breath appears to be blue. A pterodon flies through the sky. This could be Rodan, but it may not be. The creature is far away from the camera, so it's hard to get a sense of scale, but it appears to be fairly small. A red trail streaks behind it. This is sort of similar to the trails left behind by jet streams. I'm theorizing that this may be some sort of toxins that the kaiju are releasing into the air, but I really don't know. It's hard to say. I'm opening it to you guys. Send me your best theories for what the red mist is, and I will make a follow-up video to this talking all about what is the red mist according to your theories and mine, because I have a few of my own, but we're not going to dive into it in this video. video, just because there's not a ton that's concrete about it. It's all speculation. We get a closer look at the kaiju. He looks like a combination of flesh and bone on the outside. This design is reminiscent of Rodan with the sharp pointed chest and the crown on the head taking the shape of two horns sticking off the back. The creature moves at a very fast speed, much like Rodan. For the purposes of this video, we're just gonna call him Rodan, even though it's not confirmed. We have our first look at Yun Arikawa running. He is one of two main characters for the show. He is an engineer who works for the Otaki factory alongside Kato Havel and Satomi Kanahara under Goro Otaki. The uniform Yun wears is seen on a number of SP characters. It is most likely the uniform for the Otaki factory. Yun bears a striking resemblance to Gintoki from Gitaman. There's a clip of Mai Kamino getting startled. This setting looks similar to a movie theater. She may be at a scientific presentation watching something startling. Lee Ki is interested in Mai's research. It's possible that Mai is watching Ki praise her. It's also possible Mai is witnessing an unnatural event as she looks very shocked and her hair moves unnaturally, kind of gravitates upward. Someone holds a cube with a flower in it. This scene is most likely very important because it's featured in this trailer, but it's unknown why. We don't know what this is. It's vaguely similar to the necklace Haruo Sakaki was given by his parents in Godzilla the Planet Eater, but I doubt that they're drawing a direct parallel. I've seen some people propose that this might be an origin for Violante. Again, there's no way to say, it's just unknown. We see Yunya Sato walking up to Jet Jaguar in construction. Sato is the chief staff of the former Tsuno District Management Bureau called Misakioku. He works for a bureaucrat named Yuki Kanoko and is involved in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. After receiving a mysterious alarm, he travels to the Otaki factory. This clip is most likely him reporting to the Otaki factory. Jet Jaguar features a new, more robotic design and is most likely in construction at the Otaki factory by Yun under Otaki's guidance. Jet features more bolts and has gears for hinges rather than the smooth joints seen in the Showa era. He is smaller here than his large form in the original movie, clocking in at no more than 40 feet, I'd say. He has a cut in his mid-torso separating his upper and lower halves. Jet also has a new chest pattern with a large vent section now appearing where his iconic downward arrow used to be. His color scheme and eyes are mostly intact from his original appearance. It is possible that Jet will utilize an AI to try and combat smaller scale kaiju. He could be operated by himself or by Jung or Pero, two other AIs featured in this anime. All the AIs have been brought to life by Yun's Armiriaria system. Dude, I'm trying with these names, but they are hard to say. An unidentified person is tethered to a Japanese helicopter which flees as a tail slabs down into a red ocean. It's possible this helicopter is investigating the red ocean only to be surprised as the tail erupts. It could be a moment similar to the one from Shin Godzilla. The Red Sea is reminiscent of the red ocean from the end of Evangelion. The Red Sea is most likely caused by whatever red mist emanates from the kaiju getting into the water. Many speculate this tail belongs to Manda. This would be a very different Manda design, which is much redder than his previous green outings. The tip of the tail also looks very leaf-like, kind of reminiscent of Godzilla's maple leaf dorsal fins. It is unknown if Godzilla will have those dorsal fins in this movie. Gabra stands in an explosion of red mist. Oh baby, he's back. There appears to be a rocky wall behind Gabra that is consumed by red mist. Gabra's new design is more menacing than before. He is much more animalistic than before, and he slightly resembles a bear monster. His eyes are pure white like the GMK Godzilla. Gabra retains his original color scheme. An unidentified bald man operates a turret on the back of a truck as it fires out what appears to be a redesigned Anguirus. Anguirus is large and brown here. He features a red stomach and a skull-like head. He is rounder than before and feels a bit more like Cannonbolt than anything else. He will most likely feature a ball ability as what we've seen in Godzilla Final Wars. He also looks like he might be able to inflate here. His new design is very spiky, even when compared to the original designs. Interesting to note, Anguirus is not surrounded by red mist. We see a ship that looks like the Titanic sinking in the background while sea monsters pass in the foreground. I don't actually think it is the Titanic, it just kind of has that color scheme. Many have said this creature is Ebirah. The lack of claws in this trailer leads me to be a bit more skeptical. If this is Ebirah, he features an updated design with longer limbs and a greener color scheme. There also appears to be a smaller, but still pretty huge kaiju in the background. It is closer to the boat, but still looks very decent in size compared to it, leading me to believe that these are two species of the same giant kaiju. The sea is once again coated in red mist. A smaller pterodon roars at the camera. The green buildings in the background feel very Japanese. The kaiju has a bright color scheme and seems semi-aquatic. This isn't Rodan from earlier. It appears to be around 5 to 10 feet in height. This kaiju and Anguirus are the only two kaiju in this trailer seen without the presence of red mist. There is a strange man in a black and white photo. He has crazy hair and a beard. He is very unusual. This character, who we will call Mifune, has not received a character profile. The mystery grows as he is seen with his back turned towards the rest of the cast in the character reveal photo. Mifune stands before jellyfish, linking him to marine biology. Maybe he's lost in time, or maybe he's linked to the kaiju's origins. Maybe he's being investigated. Maybe they're all being investigated. Who knows what the deal with this guy is? In a shot reminiscent of Evangelion, a kaiju who many have identified as Titanosaurus leaps over a boat. This Titanosaurus has no clear legs to walk on and seems strictly aquatic. He also features dorsal fins similar to those of Godzilla's, linking the two characters. The fins on his back look like the tail that splashed down earlier, meaning the tail may have been his. Titanosaurus also appears to be erupting from a patch of Red Sea, linking him to the earlier clip as well. I think the earlier tail many think is Manda might be the tip of Titanosaurus's tail. There is a quick glimpse of someone's phone as a voice recorder records a large horn-shaped object. This might be Yun's smartphone. This is the smartphone that the AI Jung lives on, so that will probably be the one utilized a lot throughout the show. A number of Rodan-looking pterodons fly through the streets of Japan. The flock seems to be made of thousands of kaiju. They could all collectively be called Rodan, or there could be one head kaiju leading these guys, which is Rodan, and these may be all his children or a subspecies. Who knows? Maybe these all aren't even Rodan at all. Maybe Rodan will be in this with a completely different design, or maybe these are just new monsters. The flock leaves behind a trail of red mist that covers the entire city. I'd imagine that's probably pretty bad news. A few people gather around a massive structure that appears to be drilled into the ground. It is possible this is where the kaiju come from. Gabra may even be located in this location, as the walls here appear stony, much like the background behind him. An ancient painting is seen depicting a sea monster. This kaiju is seen in a red sea. The text seems to have a few translations. Ancient Gojira, or The History of Ancient Gojira, seem to be the common translations. Some date this text back to the 12th century based on the way the characters are used. A Japanese fan noticed this translation as well, translating it as Koshira, linking it to the ancient version of Gojira. This fan speculates the tail belongs to Titanosaurus, who may evolve into the land beast Godzilla. Mai studies a computer or laptop with a T-Rex painting behind her and chopsticks in hand. Yun looks at something that causes light to erupt and particles to fly through the air. The title reads Godzilla Singular Point. The singular point is surrounded in mystery and has been teased to be important by those involved in the show. This could be a singular point in time where all the kaiju converge. If the show deals with time travel, this could be the singular point in time where the timeline gets messed up and the kaiju appear. If this show deals with a multiverse, as many think it might, or different dimensions, this could be the singular point where all realities converge, resulting in kaiju leaking into our universe. Also, the term singularity refers to the single point in time in which technology becomes uncontrollable and irreversible, resulting in unforeseen changes to human civilization. The character Michael Stefan is a politician who promotes the development of weapons using quote-unquote new materials. He may accidentally recommend the development of the structure digging into the ground we see, and that might be what spawns in the kaiju. Maybe they tap into something they weren't supposed to tap into. Or I guess this could just be a point where human tech creates or draws kaiju to us, reverse Pacific Rim style, resulting in this show taking place during the singular point we've gone too far based on the singularity definition. The last shot shows us Godzilla puffing away a world of red mist, revealing his massive face. Godzilla looks very gnarly here with sharp teeth and a mean expression. His eye is slightly reminiscent of Godzilla's eye in the movie Godzilla vs. Megalon, with lots of rings in it. This Godzilla is surrounded in mystery, both within the world of the show and within the community, as not much is known about him in either case. So there you go. How's that? A pretty dang long video for a pretty dang short trailer. It's also because I really haven't talked about this movie, so I had a lot of catching up to do, dropping character info and whatnot. Alright guys, I hope I made up the fact that it took so long to get this video out up to you guys. I hope you liked this, I hope you learned something, and I hope that some of these theories are at least semi-accurate. For those of you who like and subscribe, remember you guys are the real heroes. For the rest of you, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you guys next time for the next one. D-Man, out. What? You never watched my 66 years of Godzilla tribute? You know it's posted, right? I'm not supposed to give my opinion, but go check it out. And then you can tell me if you like it or not.